From unbelievable odds to a massive popularity contest, let's see what the UFC 285 Petr Yan and Merab Dvalishvili's fight's gonna be like. First off, Merab is stepping up his game. The fight's coming and it's gonna be here sooner than you realize. Dvalishvili has recently released a montage of pictures that show what work he's been putting in. The Georgian has put together a great run of wins inside the octagon.
For the winner by unanimous decision, the Machine, Dvalishvili!
He, of course, is leaving the 2 losses in the past. Debuting back in 2017, the grappler had a hard time finding his feet in the cage and was losing pretty badly. So then, he reinvented himself and went on a tear. He has been undefeated ever since.
And he's using his wrestling
for the takedown as they go down once again.
Feeling like an animal. Nice takedown.
Takedown for Dvalishvili. Moving forward here. Taken down once again.
But there are now a few hurdles that he has to get past. And knowing him, I think he can seriously do some damage. He's stepping up his training and has shared those moments with his fans. The fighter has put himself in the pole position to fight for the bantamweight crown, but there's a big if. If he manages to get past the threat that the Russian is, he's gonna be all the rage in the UFC world, even more than he already is. But that also depends on whether Sterling is gonna remain on top of the division. The two are close friends and training partners, which means that they won't probably be facing each other no matter what. Aljo previously claimed that he'd move up to featherweight, which is gonna allow his fellow 135er to make history when he is finally given a shot at gold. And for Dvalishvili to have any chance to earn that opportunity, he's gonna need to win against the storm that's Yan. And he's ready to weather that storm, because he's doing pretty darn good for himself. Sure, the start had been rocky, but he managed to beat 8 straight opponents on his way to a number 3 ranking.
Ball of energy right now. Hopefully he can keep this kind of a pace for 3 rounds if he needs to. Seems like the kind of guy that you gotta calm down in a fight. Dvalishvili sent beautiful takedown from Dvalishvili.
He won over many people, including Gustavo Lopez, which earned him some awesome matches in the cage. He also scored back-to-back decision wins over John Dodson and Cody Stamann. Not just that, but the Machine found his first finish under the UFC banner when he fought Marlon Moraes. So yeah, he's been doing pretty well for himself.
We've never seen a fight where someone's landed this many strikes in a row and nothing else has happened on the other side.
He's got that wrist control now.
That'll
do it for Merab Dvalishvili.
Even recently, he stepped into the cage to fight his biggest and most dangerous opponent, Jose Aldo. Of course, he passed that test too, thanks to all his training. Not just that, but he forced the legend into retirement. Imagine training so hard you become better than the ones you used to worry about. While he's having the time of his life, Petr Yan isn't exactly happy. And this dynamic is gonna be pretty interesting to watch when they face each other inside the octagon, especially because apparently there have been some serious lapses in judgment in the recent UFC matches. Sean O'Malley received a lot of backlash after his controversial win. You gotta remember that, no?
I thought Petr Yan had won that fight. So I can see how Sean O'Malley won, but if I was judging, I thought Petr Yan had done enough to win that round.
And if you're a Yan fan, you're not going to be forgetting that one in a while. Even Yan himself is pretty upset about that upsetting defeat. No Mercy has opened up about the loss to Suga and said that he didn't lose the fight. He was furious over the decision and even tipped to leave the UFC. So many of the fans believe that he was just plain unlucky to lose. And not just that loss, but also the other 2 previous defeats were also unlucky. He said he also understood that people might think he was upset for a long time, but his time is now passing by. You wonder what that means? Well, it means that he doesn't have time to be upset about that now. He needs to either act or remain inactive. So he's decided to act and fight. So he's gonna be going up against Merab and is hoping to break the losing streak when he wins against him. Everyone's excited about this fight, and there are some odd predictions regarding it. Both fighters have great worldwide rankings and recent success, so people are trying to bet on who's gonna win. They're trying to forecast match results, but it's pretty tricky and all of them are unpredictable. They're both outstanding players and are ranked in the leading positions. Jan is currently holding second place, while Merab has an overall third position, and the latter is on a streak at the moment, but the former is gonna want to break his losing streak. Not to mention, both of them are worthy opponents, and the predictions are getting harder every day. Many fans think that they're not sure about their decisions because from both fighters, everything can be expected. But here, Dvalishvili is more unpredictable and has shown remarkable results in the latest fights.
Well, here we go again, look.
Nice.
Shoots it very nice.
Emergency given his last two results. I mean, he personally thinks, nicely done.
Did that plate in your arm throb for a minute? Nice takedown, look at that.
So most of the fans think that he'll surprise us one more time, and Jan will lose his ranking. But is that gonna happen? You're just gonna have to watch the match, but I can tell you what to expect from both of them. Let's look at the Georgian, Dvalishvili, first. You know he's one of the most popular fighters and MMA artists out there, and he's been surprising his fans for 9 years, producing amazing results recently.
Here at the end of the round, we thought maybe Benice went out for a minute.
Yeah, look at the left arm. Fight.
Just like I told you about, the 32-year-old became even more popular after his recent success. He has a great performance and always surprises the world. His last fight was with Jose Aldo at the end of the summer, and Dvalishvili obviously won. Duh, I wouldn't have expected otherwise, even when there was a legend in front of him. And we all know what we made the legend do. If you didn't know, now you do. His MMA career so far includes 19 fights, and out of those, he's won 15. Objectively speaking, these are some awesome stats. Losing is part of the game, but what's important to know is that he doesn't have any KO losses. After that, all of his fights ended with him winning, and that's exactly what makes him so very dangerous and competitive for the March fight. Dvalishvili will likely surprise Georgia and the rest of the world with his win. You also gotta note that he's gonna fight the Russian guy, which is gonna be very motivating for him. As a Georgian, his attitude towards Russia isn't very kind, and I'm sure all of you have heard those speeches. So for Georgians, this win is gonna have some heavy meaning. But Petr Yan, no mercy, isn't there just to watch the show either. He's an extremely popular fighter and has shown what a massive talent he is.
Oh, look at this! Power, power, power all the way through these punches. Oh, and he goes down again!
That's it!
Wow!
In his debut, Petr Yan gets the TKO victory.
The 30-year-old has been fighting for 9 years too, so the two actually have this in common, if not a lot else. His division is bantamweight, and his record is 16-4-0, according to the latest results. He also has seen quite many good results during the last fights, and most importantly, his total figures are 20, and he's only lost 4 of them. Okay, maybe I was wrong about them only having one thing in common. Even their win stats are similar, so this one's gonna be a close match, isn't it? Sure, his last 2 matches were unsuccessful, and he's looking to break the streak, and yeah, many fans are saying that he might not win against the Georgian, because his career started well, but it seems that he's no longer the shining star he was in 2019 to 2020. But honestly, I can't really say who's gonna win this match because it's too neck and neck. Well, that's all from my side about the Petr Yan and Dvalishvili match predictions. Can't wait to see how it goes.